Hello, I'm Dennis Eaton. Today we're going to be demonstrating the Mighty by MotorVac TransTech line of fluid exchange equipment. We will be utilizing the TransTech IV Plus machine for today's demonstration. Let's get started. The Mighty by MotorVac TransTech equipment features the one-touch electronic controls that are easy to use and give you feedback during the service, a drain pan function allowing transmission filter changes if desired, a smart control system with audible low fluid alarm and light, automatic bypass when not in service mode, and automatic fluid level for sensing accurate one-to-one fluid exchanges, a high-volume waste fluid pump for quick disposal of used fluid, a new automatic flow direction switch, and an expanded inline adapter assortment. The TransTech IV Plus adds these great features: Dipstick Mode and inline mode operation. Dipstick Mode makes connection to many vehicles simple and quick and completes an effective fluid exchange. And a two-position valve to easily set flow direction in the inline mode. Let's get started with the initial setup and changing of new fluids. The TransTech machines are designed to automatically fill and drain transmission fluid. The units need to be primed upon initial use to perform this function effectively. This process is also necessary if the waste tank is ever completely emptied. The priming procedure takes only about 5 minutes. Pour 4 quarts of new transmission fluid into the new fluid reservoir through the fill port. Then connect 2 mating adapters to each other and connect the red and black inline service hoses to the mated adapters. When setting up a TransTech IV Plus, place the unit in the inline mode, then press and hold the start button for 5 seconds. An alert will sound and the drain and fill LEDs will flash. Press and hold the start button again for 5 seconds until the alert sounds. The drain, fill, and complete LEDs will cycle in a complete clockwise direction. The alarm will sound 4 times when priming is complete. During the priming process, the unit pumps the fluid from the clean tank to the waste tank and sets the tank levels to 0. At the end of the process, both tanks will contain 2 quarts of fluid, but the visual indication level will be at 0. All right, now let's discuss an inline fluid exchange. An inline fluid exchange is completed by connecting through the transmission cooler lines. The process will replace the old fluid with new fluid at a 1-to-1 ratio. Always access the cooler lines so the adapters fit easily. The TransTech machines come with a wide range of adapters, and many optional adapters are also available. To perform an inline transmission fluid exchange using either the TransTech III Plus or the TransTech IV Plus, follow these steps. Select an access point to the transmission cooler lines. The best access point may be under the car or in the engine compartment. Select the right adapters for the vehicle and connect them in series with an accessible cooler line. Connect the red and black service hoses to the adapters and start the vehicle and check for leaks around the adapters. At this point, if you are using a pre-treatment cleaner, add it now. Use Mighty part number SB200 transmission flush. Fill the clean tank with the correct transmission fluid type and quantity for the vehicle being serviced. Connect the unit to the vehicle's battery. The unit will briefly go through a startup sequence. If this is a TransTech IV Plus, set the unit to the inline mode. The start engine light will be on. Start the engine and allow 5 minutes for the cleaner to work. Then press the start button and the automatic flow direction switch will determine the flow direction and automatically begin the exchange. When the fluid exchange is finished, the complete and low clean fluid LEDs will illuminate and the TransTech will beep continuously until the stop button is pressed. The fluid level may now be adjusted using the flashing drain and fill buttons. Fill so that the fluid level is between the low and high marks, checking the dipstick each time the fluid is added or removed. At this point, if you are using a post-treatment protectant, add it now. Use Mighty part number SB201, making sure not to overfill. When the service is complete, turn off the vehicle. After each service, the waste tank should be emptied. To empty the waste tank, place the black waste hose in a waste container and open the ball valve. Then press the empty waste button and the unit will empty the waste tank and stop automatically when the level reaches 0. You may pause this process by either closing the ball valve or pressing the empty waste button. And now let's do the Dipstick Mode service. The dipstick fluid exchange will replace the old fluid with new fluid in a 1-to-1 ratio. The TransTech IV Plus comes with 2 dip tube sizes that connect to the dipstick manifold. To complete a dipstick exchange, follow these steps. Attach the red hose to the dipstick manifold. Select the largest tube the vehicle will accept and attach it to the manifold. 2 dip tube sizes are provided, 5/16 and 1/4 inch. Check the fluid level in the manner specified by the vehicle manufacturer. If low, add fluid to the proper level before beginning a dipstick service. Remove the transmission dipstick from the vehicle and use it to set the spacer on the dipstick tube to the same length as the dipstick. Insert the tube into the vehicle transmission dipstick tube to the predetermined depth. Fill the clean tank with correct transmission fluid type and quantity for the vehicle. Connect the unit to the vehicle's battery. Select the dipstick mode and press the start button. The stop engine light will be flashing. Press the start button. Old fluid will be removed from the pan. The amount of fluid is registered by the TransTech IV Plus. If desired, the filter can be replaced when the drain stops. Leave the machine connected to the battery and replace the filter. Press fill when the filter is replaced and the pan is reinstalled. The TransTech IV Plus will refill the pan with new fluid. Once the pan is filled, the start engine light will flash. At this point, if you are using a pre-treatment cleaner, add at this time. Use Mighty part number SB200 transmission flush. Start the engine and allow 5 minutes for the cleaner to work and then press the start button. The TransTech IV Plus will add new fluid and remove old fluid in an alternating sequence until the new fluid level reaches 0. When the fluid exchange is finished, the complete LED will light and the TransTech will beep continuously until the stop button is pressed. Adjust the fluid level using the drain and fill buttons to vehicle requirements. At this point, if you're using a post-treatment protectant, add it now. Use Mighty part number SB201, making sure not to overfill. Always empty the waste tank after a service. Let's change to a new fluid. To change fluids in the new fluid tank, place an open-ended adapter on the red service hose and place in the desired container. Connect the unit to a vehicle battery. Hold the start button for 5 seconds until the alarm sounds. Hold the fill button to operate the pump. Tip the unit slightly backwards to let the fluid flow toward the back of the tank for complete evacuation. Press the stop button for 5 seconds to reset the unit. Fill the new fluid tank with the desired fluid. It takes 2 quarts to get to the 0 level, so add an extra 2 quarts beyond the desired amount.